The summer of 1947 was a strange time for the United States. World War II had ended only 2 years prior, but a new, colder war was brewing. Amidst this tension, something extraordinary occurred in the New Mexico desert. Near the quiet town of Roswell, an object crashed on a rancher's land. Whatever this object was, it would ignite a firestorm of speculation about extraterrestrial visitors. This incident, forever known as the Roswell Incident, remains a subject of fascination and debate even today. It was early July when rancher Mac Brazel discovered unusual debris scattered across his property. The material was lightweight and metallic, unlike anything he had seen before. Intrigued and perplexed, Brazel gathered some of the debris and brought it to the attention of the local authorities. Sheriff George Wilcox, equally puzzled by the strange material, contacted the nearby Roswell Army airfield. The military, recognizing the potential significance of the find, quickly dispatched personnel to investigate. Major Jesse Marcel, an intelligence officer at the base, was among those sent to the crash site. He meticulously examined the debris, noting its unusual properties. The material seemed resistant to tearing and burning, and it possessed strange symbols that defied identification. Marcel, a seasoned military man, couldn't shake the feeling that he was dealing with something truly extraordinary. Under the watchful eyes of the military, the debris was collected and transported to the Roswell Army airfield for further analysis. As news of the crash spread, the Roswell Daily Record ran a front-page story on July 8, 1947. The headline boldly proclaimed, "RAAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region." The article, based on information provided by the military, sent shockwaves across the nation and the world. Had a real-life flying disc finally been recovered? The story of the Roswell incident, however, was far from over. The military, after initially confirming the capture of a flying disc, would soon change its tune, leaving more questions than answers. The military's initial confirmation of a flying disc sent the media into a frenzy. However, this excitement was short-lived. Within hours of the first announcement, the Army Air Forces issued a startling retraction. General Roger Ramey, commander of the 8th Air Force, held a press conference where he dismissed the earlier reports. According to Ramey, the debris recovered from Brazel's ranch was not from a flying disc, but from a downed weather balloon. The public, initially captivated by the possibility of extraterrestrial visitors, was now left to grapple with conflicting information. Despite the official explanation, whispers of a cover-up began to circulate. How could the military confuse a weather balloon with a flying disc? The material described by witnesses seemed far too advanced for a simple weather device. Fueling the skepticism were rumors of unusual military activity around the crash site. Some locals claimed to have seen soldiers transporting strange, oblong objects under tight security. Others spoke of being sworn to secrecy, their stories hinting at something extraordinary being hidden from the public. Adding to the intrigue were the stories of Glenn Dennis, a mortician in Roswell. Dennis claimed that he received a call from the Roswell Army airfield requesting small, hermetically sealed coffins. He further alleged that a nurse he knew, who supposedly treated injured personnel from the crash site, confided in him about seeing small, humanoid bodies. While Dennis's story, like many surrounding the Roswell incident, is difficult to verify, it added to the growing suspicion that the official explanation was not the whole truth. The military, sticking to its weather balloon explanation, attempted to quell the growing controversy. However, the seeds of doubt had been sown, and the Roswell incident would continue to haunt the public imagination for decades to come. The official explanation, while seemingly plausible on the surface, failed to address the inconsistencies and eyewitness accounts that pointed towards something far more extraordinary than a simple weather balloon. The Roswell incident, far from fading into obscurity, was about to become a cornerstone of UFO lore and conspiracy theories. In the years that followed, the Roswell incident faded from the headlines, but never truly disappeared from the public consciousness. It became a topic of hushed whispers and late-night discussions, fueled by books and documentaries that challenged the official narrative. Then, in 1994, the US Air Force released a report that seemingly aimed to put the Roswell incident to rest once and for all. This report, titled The Roswell Report, Case Closed, offered a new explanation for the events of 1947 Project Mogul. Project Mogul, as the report explained, was a top-secret military program during the Cold War. Its purpose was to monitor Soviet nuclear tests by using high-altitude balloons equipped with sensitive acoustic detection equipment. These balloons, constructed from unusual materials, could easily be mistaken for something more exotic, especially when seen crashing to Earth. The report claimed that the debris found by Mac Brazel was not from a flying disc, but from one of these Project Mogul balloons. While the Project Mogul explanation seemed plausible and even addressed some of the inconsistencies of the initial weather balloon story, it failed to satisfy many skeptics. They argued that the report, while acknowledging Project Mogul, did not provide definitive proof that the debris recovered from Brazel's ranch was indeed from one of these balloons. Furthermore, the report did not adequately address the eyewitness accounts of unusual military activity and the alleged recovery of non-human bodies. Critics of the 1994 report pointed out that the Air Force had a vested interest in maintaining secrecy, especially when it came to Cold War-era projects. They argued that Project Mogul could be a convenient cover story, a way to explain away the unexplainable without revealing the true nature of the Roswell incident. The debate over Roswell, far from being resolved by the 1994 report, only intensified. The case-closed declarations seemed to have the opposite effect, breathing new life into the controversy and fueling further speculation about what truly transpired in the New Mexico desert. The Roswell incident, regardless of its true nature, has left an undeniable mark on American culture. It helped to ignite the public's fascination with UFOs, transforming what was once a fringe topic into a mainstream phenomenon. In the years following 1947, reports of UFO sightings skyrocketed, with many attributing this surge in interest to the publicity surrounding Roswell. The incident provided a tangible story, a real-world event that people could point to as evidence that we are not alone in the universe. Roswell itself transformed from a quiet ranching town into a hub for UFO enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists. The town capitalizes on its unique place in history, hosting an annual UFO festival that draws visitors from around the globe. The International UFO Museum and Research Center, a popular tourist destination, showcases artifacts and information related to the Roswell incident and other alleged UFO encounters. Love it or dismiss it, Roswell has become synonymous with the unknown, a place where the lines between fact and fiction blur. The Roswell incident also had a significant impact on popular culture. Countless books, movies, television shows, and video games have drawn inspiration from the events of 1947, further solidifying its place in the collective consciousness. The incident has been portrayed in various lights, from serious documentaries that attempt to unravel the truth to comedic interpretations that poke fun at the more outlandish theories. Regardless of the approach, the Roswell incident continues to captivate and inspire creative minds. Over 7 decades have passed since that fateful summer in New Mexico, and the Roswell incident remains an enigma. The official explanations, while seemingly plausible to some, have failed to quell the doubts and suspicions that linger around the event. Whether the truth involves a downed weather balloon, a secret military project, or something truly extraterrestrial, the Roswell incident serves as a potent reminder of the unknown that exists in our universe. It is a story that continues to fascinate, intrigue, and divide, ensuring that the legend of Roswell will continue to be passed down for generations to come.